Hello everyone, I am scientist Sophia. You can tell I'm a scientist because I have a lab coat and I have safety protection goggles and I have crazy hair. Just between you and me, this isn't a real lab coat. It's my dad's work clothes and these are just pool goggles. But it's a secret. Shh. And today I'm going to tell you guys about cellular respiration. Since I don't know anything about cellular respiration, I'm going to use my handy-dandy science book and tell you what it is. Well, during respiration, cells break down simple food molecules such as sugar and release the energy they contain. And this is the equation for respiration. We have C6H12O6, which is sugar, plus 6O2, which is oxygen, yield 6CO2, which is carbon dioxide, plus 6H2O, which is water, plus energy. And that's how you get respiration. But what exactly is respiration? Don't worry, I'll explain it to you. Well, it says here in the handy-dandy book of science that respiration has two meanings. You're probably familiar with the kind of breathing, but this is cellular respiration. It's sort of like that. They don't really pose any connection together, but with respiration, it makes energy from the food. And it also says in the handy-dandy magic book of science that there are two stages of respiration. Well, here I drew an animal cell, and we're going to cover the first stage of respiration. In the cytoplasm, glucose is broken down into smaller molecules. A small amount of energy is then released. So through this, it will go through the cytoplasm inside the cell. The glucose will go through the cell membrane. As you can see here, my little process, here's the glucose, and then it will be broken down into smaller molecules, and with that, the energy is released from the molecules. The second stage of respiration, it takes place in the mitochondria, that blue squiggly thing. Well, in the mitochondria, the smaller molecules, right there, combined with oxygen to produce water and carbon dioxide. This reaction releases a large amount of energy. That's the energy right there. But photosynthesis and respiration aren't the same thing, because during photosynthesis, plants use carbon dioxide and release oxygen. But in respiration, organisms use oxygen and release carbon dioxide. And in photosynthesis, it happens in the chloroplasts. But in respiration, it happens in the mitochondria. And so respiration has to do with releasing carbon dioxide, but photosynthesis has to do with releasing oxygen. So they're not really the same at all. It says in the handy-dandy magic science book that during photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water are used to produce sugars and oxygen. And during respiration, the sugar, glucose, and oxygen are used to produce carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis and respiration can be thought of as opposite processes. But together, these two processes form a cycle that keeps the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide fairly consistent in Earth's atmosphere. So I guess that's all you really need to know about cellular respiration. And I have to do another experiment, so let me just put on my lab goggles, and I have to go, people. Goodbye.